Anyone thinks this movie is boring, just
Stick around.
What's up everybody and welcome to the start of my Predator review series leading up to Predator Badlands, which I seriously cannot wait for. It's one of my most anticipated movies of the year and you'll be getting my review for that this Sunday when it drops. I'm going through every single Predator movie leading up to it, well, except for the Alien vs Predator movies since I already covered those when Alien Romulus came out. Although, looking back at those videos, yeah, my AVP Requiem review was a total joke.
In letters.
A.
In numbers. 9.6 out of 10. I should not have said that.
I was still figuring out what real movie reviews were supposed to be back then. Now that I've gotten more experienced, I want to do these films justice. After Badlands, I'll be dropping a full ranking of the entire Predator series, so definitely stay tuned for that.
Stick around.
Now let's kick this thing off with the one that started it all, 1997's Predator. What can I even say that hasn't already been said? This isn't just one of the best action movies ever made, it's one of the greatest movies of all time, period. From top to bottom, it's a perfect blend of muscle-bound 80s action, sci-fi horror, and tension-filled survival thriller. Jock McTiernan, the legend who would go on to make Die Hard a year later, absolutely knocked this one out of the park. Everything about Predator just works. The concept alone is brilliant. A group of elite commandos are dropped into the jungle for what seems like a standard rescue mission, only to find themselves haunted by an alien creature that's stronger, smarter, and deadlier than anything they've ever faced. The simplicity of that setup is what makes it so good. It's man versus monster, nature versus technology, survival versus slaughter. It's primal, it's smart, and it never stops being gripping. And speaking of the Predator itself, what an iconic design. Stan Winston absolutely outdid himself here. The creature looks menacing, intelligent, and otherworldly. The moment that mask comes off near the end and you see that horrifying face for the first time, that's movie history right there. The clocking effect still looks incredible today, even decades later. There's something so tactical and real about how it's done, and a mix of practical visual effects that just feels right. The cast is pure 80s perfection. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dutch is at his absolute best here. Charismatic, badass, and completely believable as a guy who can outsmart a creature from another planet. Then you've got Carl Weathers as Dylan. The handshake scene.
Dylan! You son of a bitch.
Iconic. Might be one of the most quoted lines in action history. Every supporting actor brings personality to their role, from Jesse Ventura's tough-ass Nails Blaine to Bill Nook's intense Mac. Even Shane Black went on to become a writer and director and unfortunately made The Predator, but we'll get to that later. Provides great comic relief. The setting of the jungle is basically a character in itself. It's this catastrophic, sweaty, humid maze that traps these soldiers and makes them feel completely vulnerable. The way McTiernan shoots the force with all those long, quiet moments mixed with explosive bursts of violence makes you feel like you're being hunted too. The pacing is perfect, builds slowly, letting you get to know these guys before taking them apart one by one. And then there's the third act, Arnold covering himself in mud to hide from the Predator's heat vision. That's one of the most badass primal sequences ever filmed. No guns, no team, no backup, just man versus alien, stripped down to the bare essentials. It's raw, it's intense, and it's endlessly rewatchable. Every time I see it, I'm on the edge of my seat. The humor works surprisingly well too. It's not forced or out of place. It fits the personality of these larger-than-life characters. The movie knows exactly when to throw in a one-liner like "stick around" or "get to the chopper," and when to play it straight and serious. That balance between macho energy and genuine tension is why this movie stands the test of time. Honestly, I have no negatives, not one. Everything here fires on all cylinders. The writing, the directing, the action, the effects, the performances. It's pure cinematic perfection from start to finish. Predator isn't just an awesome sci-fi action movie, it's a masterclass in pacing, tension, and atmosphere. So overall, I love Predator with all my heart. It's one of those movies I can throw on at any time and be completely glued to the screen. It's endlessly rewatchable, iconic, and influential beyond words. A brilliant masterpiece from start to finish. I easily give Predator an A+. What do you guys think of the original Predator? Is it your favorite in the franchise too, or do you prefer one of the sequels? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my review of Predator 2 coming soon.